Namaste all. This is Vishwanath Reddy from Vijay Tech Labs and Pani Deals also. Oh, yeah, how are you doing? So, yeah, if you joined, please comment and also please add your name, like give your permission to wave video on Facebook so that we can see your name uh, while commenting in the live. And also, I request you all to join our community on Facebook, okay, so that you will be participating in the giveaways and a lot of discussions and yeah, automation tutorials and other part of business discussions. So yeah, please join our community. Let me share that link. Yeah, so please comment whoever joined so that we can see. Yeah, you can see the community link here on screen. I'll also share the live chat. So one second. Give me a second. Yeah. So very good evening, Andal. So yeah, maybe a lot of people are busy with Diwali celebrations, actually, especially in India. And today's actually we are going to have a demo and discussion and live about automation. Okay, so we have a founder of automation tool where that will increase the productivity to multiple folds. So yeah, let me introduce that actually. So are you people aware of so what are the automation tools you are aware of? Otherwise, what are the automation tools you are using in your business right now? Please comment. Yeah, namaste, Mahesh. Okay. So yeah, can you please comment what are the automation tool you are using right now, and what are the scenarios? Yeah, namaste, Vishwa. Yeah. So yeah, nobody commented yet about any tool or whatever they are using for automation. Okay. Anyway, so here is our founder, the guest today. Uh, yeah, let's welcome him. Namaste, Nitin.
Day and happy Diwali to everyone celebrating from India and from all over the world as well.
Yeah, thank you so much, Nitin, and wish you the same also. So, how are you doing? Thank you so much for joining us today. I
Yeah,
think
I'm doing
you
fine.
have been very busy. Yeah, I know. And yeah, you are busy freeing the time for other busy people with the help of your product. Yeah, we love that automation. And thanks so much again, and welcome and happy Diwali to you and your family.
You,
So yeah, we have a few audience already here. Okay. Yeah, a few reply like UiPath, Mahesh, yes, and then okay, yeah,
Sujit,
I
hi, Sujit. I hope you are celebrating the Diwali. With,
yeah, maybe this is a little silent, maybe just before the Diwali firecracking, I think so.
yeah, it will start from tomorrow, I guess.
Okay, yeah, few from FlowMattic, but
Yeah, I just posted half an hour ago that I'm doing live as I could not get much time for doing some things in last week and this week as well. So it was last minute notification for them, and yet they are joining in, but it looks like they are not part of the group. So just need to
okay,
allow them.
okay. No, actually, they can join from my profile also, Facebook page also, that is public actually.
Okay,
Yeah, they can. We have multiple events actually. So okay, in that case, maybe I should let me share the other because they're also live. They're live in my profile already. Okay.
Can you share the link with me so I can share in the
Yeah,
group?
yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just sharing that right away, actually.
It is not available right now. Yeah, if you are getting some issues joining in, so the direct would be great.
Yeah, I just shared you on.
Yeah, got it.
Sorry for the echo.
No, no, all good.
Yeah, and also actually, I think yeah, they can even join from our YouTube also if they
Yeah,
are comfortable there.
anyone looking to join can easily join it.
Yeah. So you, if you are comfortable on YouTube, you can join from YouTube also.
Okay, okay, great.
Yeah. Anyway, okay. So we keep monitoring them anyway. So let's get started. So
Yeah,
yeah,
definitely.
Nitin. So actually, yeah, I had a lot of questions, especially regarding the story behind FlowMattic and how it started, those stuff and all. So let's get there. Please introduce yourself and your journey so far, and especially regarding entrepreneur journey and automation journey. Yeah, please.
Yes, definitely. It's a uh, rewarding experience. Actually, as I was working with Codable, one of the great platform for developers, and while working with them, I got a few requests to connect WordPress client WordPress sites to Zapier, and it was a day when I was asked by a client to check their billing page in Zapier. I was shocked how much they are paying. So it was one of the API connected to their WordPress and WooCommerce site. It was WooCommerce to their CRM connection to Zapier only. And I just made a all plugin for them so they could use it directly on their WordPress site without relying to Zapier and paying them the huge amount. It was just one project, so I was like, yeah, it's okay. But when I got a few is the recommendation. I was thinking I spent around a month and a half on Zapier, how it works, what they do. Then I found there are a few other automation tools as well, but they were all SaaS platform. There were some automation plugins like Uncanny Automator and a few other as well, but I found it is pretty much limited in terms of other external integrations. Like they don't have email person, or it is not possible to do that, and all the integrations are inbuilt inside the core plugin. So that plugin huge, and it also affect the loading time of the WordPress site even in the backend as well. So the planning started around 2.5 years ago, and I started working on FlowMattic side by side as I was working on Codable. I had a team of two developers at the time were handling the client projects for me and the portfolio, which I have around 14 plugins on there, and it is one of the main income source for companies at the time. So I started working on FlowMattic alone initially, and then when it was a time that we I got actually the basic setup done, then I involved the team as well, and it was definitely, yeah, doing it. It will keep we will keep improving, as there are so many features that we have planned which are not as included. Yeah, it is one of the must-have plugins. It is, yeah, but it is lacking some integrations, and we are actually wanting to implement.
Okay, yeah. Thank you so much for the whole scenario and story behind FlowMattic. Yeah, so you got started with JPR obviously. Yeah, that is the leader in automation anyway. So we'll be there hopefully soon. And yes,
Yeah, definitely.
uh, regarding WP also, actually I have had other plugins. I have tried multiple plugins like around 5 years back, I think so.
Mhm.
But there was no much traction towards WordPress plugin automation plugins, especially because they were mainly focusing on plugging in within WordPress
Yeah, the
uh,
actions.
from one plugin to another theme, something like that. Yes.
Yeah, the actions and triggers are mostly depend on the WordPress ecosystem only. So most of the integrations are related to WordPress plugins only. So that limits the automation somewhere.
Yes.
And what we are trying to solve is the same problem that users are facing with the external integrations. We have API module in FlowMattic, which is pretty much powerful, and you can connect any SaaS tool out there if you have the access to API.
Yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, we have around 70% of our users using the API module to connect the SaaS applications they are using, but yet we have not yet integrated. So there's no need to wait for the integration to be released officially unless it is complex to get it working through the API module or the custom app as well, as we have introduced a custom app in the version 3.0, and along with the connects, which also allow you to connect any external application which has OAuth authentication or the bearer token authentication as well. We are also working on the JWT authentication and some other advanced level authentication based on the certificates that requires for SSO single sign-on. So yeah, it is we have a huge roadmap for ourselves, which is not publicly visible for some reason.
Okay. Yeah, so that is great to know. I have the other few questions just before we get started. Those are simple questions. So, what is the hottest stuff people are using Flowmatic for as of now? Because I have seen actually, yeah, what you mentioned is I can see in the Flowmatic community where people like users are sharing their own custom integrations, custom applications to build themselves rather than waiting for Flowmatic or a team to
Yeah,
build them on. There are a lot of people using that, like millions of tasks actually, because Flowmatic comes with unlimited. There is no limitation.
yeah,
That is the uh, yeah USP of Flowmatic. And also actually you keep on increasing the integrations as well. And I heard from the community and users and even maybe what's say competitors or critics that the support is rock solid from especially from you the founder. So you always listen to feedback and you get back with them with a solution, even if it is not permanent, but you come up with some solution or workaround right away. So that's what I heard. And congratulations on that part, because word of mouth is the biggest marketing thing that works always. So yeah, I'm pretty much happy, and I always love automation tools. So yeah, wish you all the best on that.
thank you. Thanks
So
for.
now yeah, thank you, welcome. So now on that front actually, I myself keep on experimenting on automations. So recently I'm also learning myself when I'm working with a lot of other clients across the globe, and also some founders. Uh, I also do some consulting, those stuff and all. So I'm also every day I'm learning so much, and here also I joined as a learner, so that I can learn something more from you, because there will be a lot of stuff inside. Because what we use is, and what we assume is a little different, but what you plan inside to accommodate all this type of use cases as a founder, that will be at a different level. So we as audience actually would like to learn more on that front.
Yeah, definitely. And thanks for your comment on our support. Actually, as you have heard, actually, many of people says that customer is king. So yeah, it is pretty much true. And I just love to communicate with all the customers and the supporting with, or maybe it is just a DM that it is not working, or they want to get some ideas of how it can be implemented. We don't have solution ready made for all the issues, but when I see it is possible and someone is waiting for the solution to get started, or push their automations beyond what they are currently doing. I just take a look and take some time to get the solution done for them. So it is straightforward for me as a developer. So, but not every users, as we don't have pretty much, or let's say we don't have enough documentation. We actually planned starting with the documentation. As I had an emergency in the family last week, and it was disturbing for me. So the things went back again. Again.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, but yeah, that happens, and yeah,
Yeah, it
be
is,
brave, be strong. Thanks so
the
much.
disturbance was real. So yeah, I'm recovered from the that event, and resuming the work again. So it will the documentation and the interactive tutorials will start rolling out soon after Diwali, mostly as uh, I would like to work, but family and relatives won't let me work continuously due to Diwali. But yeah, it will start rolling out after the Diwali, as team is also going away for Diwali. So it will be 3 to 4 days off office as well. So yeah, it will start rolling out soon, and we'll keep updating the users about the tricks and tips, the troubleshooting guides for someone who is having some issues. Mostly when people start working on their new site, and they just install WordPress through auto installer. It is mostly installed with HTTP setting instead of HTTPS. So the assets loaded on the admin page are somehow on the secure layer, and it conflicts with the insecure content. So some kind of that kind of stuff needs to be troubleshooted. It is just a setting change, but some users are not aware of that. So we will be releasing such even smaller documentation as well.
Yeah, that's great actually. Yeah, uh, that should be the case, because especially regarding the WordPress plugins, otherwise self-hosted
Mhm.
solutions, there are a lot of bottlenecks, especially for beginners actually. So
Yeah,
that should be helping that. So in that case, actually, when you are getting not getting so much time for documentation and or video something like that, then the best way is to go live actually. That is what I suggest. So whenever you are ready, otherwise have some weekly webinars
Mhm.
within the community, otherwise you can use our own community. So we are planning on that, me and the other team, regarding automation, because we do that stuff every day, every hour actually. So yeah, we can do that together also for more audience reach also. Yeah,
yeah,
I'm pretty much welcome you on that. And also yeah, yeah, you can do that even within your community, so that a lot of people take bite size help from those videos. Like you can have some live workshops, like how to set up Flowmatic with basics and all basic stuff, and then maybe something like how to create a custom app, otherwise how to use API module, those and all. So that will be very good actually. So this is my session because we do that very often for
Yeah,
multiple tools.
yeah, definitely. I will get in touch with you once we are back.
Sure.
So yeah, we will do something similar and as much as we could can do for the community.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, and you ask what is the current hottest topic or what is
Exactly. Yeah.
yes,
So yeah, not exactly topic, but this one because I know some other tools like where people are going with the trends and all. So somebody use a lot of particular tool for a lot of Google Maps reviews like automation. Somebody use particular automation tool for AI stuff. Somebody use a particular tool for blogging like AI automation like that. So what is the hottest stuff like most used application otherwise use case in Flowmatic?
yeah. As far I know, through the support request and direct questions from users, many users are using the custom apps. There are a bunch of users like 6 to 7 users who actually built around 10 to 12 custom apps for their business, and they are still continue doing that. The reason behind building the custom apps is they are just trying to stop their billing on Zapier and other automation tools that do they were using before, and it was not available for, or it was not available actually on the other platforms, etc. So they are moving their current Zapier zaps to Flowmatic. That's why most of the users are using custom apps, and for others, not just for using Zapier, but other tools. We have a few users moving their automations from Make to Flowmatic, from even Pabbly to Flowmatic. I wouldn't recommend to go away with the other tools, but if you are looking for easy way, like let's say you have a public connect lifetime deal which has around 10,000 tasks for a month or their highest plan, you can utilize those for only those integrations that are not available inside of Automatic or are not easy to integrate with custom apps. So let's say like Google Calendar is not yet currently integrated. We have good news, which is actually we got approved for the scope of Google Calendar, so it will be integrated soon. And so this kind of stuff actually, which is not easy to integrate, but can be used for those task consumption. So you can use Pabbly as well and move your other stuff to Flowmatic, so you can consume less tasks and, on those platforms.
Yeah, actually you are pretty much straightforward on that. You are suggesting directly to use the other even competitor, even if it is the other way. But that is the right way actually, because I also suggest the same to my agency clients.
Mhm.
Even if they are migrating from JPR to Public and JPR to some other otherwise Flowmatic also, I keep saying that yeah, take this as a backup as of now, and keep working on that, keep improving that, and use this as a optimization tool for task consumption. So because if you're doing some stuff on some other like Make, JPR and all, they consume a lot of tasks. So and but there is no direct integration on the Pabbly or Flowmatic. Then the best way is to make use of a combination and reduce the bill there, and at the same time make
Yeah,
more productivity.
exactly, exactly.
And also actually you will see how those two tools work differently also and together also, and you can make some informed decision in the future, like yeah, where I want to shift. And that should be the case for any business actually. It's not about tool or something, but what works for you should be the best what's a best
Yeah,
thing you have to look after. Yes.
yeah. That's the case actually. Why I recommend not going away, but keep using most of them. Then another feature many of our users use is the PHP functions module. They just go to the chat GPT, ask the chat GPT to write a PHP function for their solution, and they just wrap the code in the PHP function, add the function inside WordPress using the code, some code snippet plugins,
Yes.
or if they know how to edit the function.php file in their theme, they use it that file as well, and just connect that function through FlowMattic. So it gives them pretty much flexibility for everything they are trying to achieve, and which is not actually possible through any of the other automation plugins or any of the other automation tools as well. So it is one of the most and hottest module currently in use of FlowMattic.
Great. Yeah. That is good to know. Okay, so let's get to the subject now. Uh, Especially Flowmatic. So, while doing automations, what is your approach? Like, how do you approach any particular automation requirement, and how do you suggest to take it on? And what's a because my understanding is that especially regarding the automation, it is 50% of technical knowledge and 50% of problem solving skill. So how do you want to get around it without even writing a single line of code, and how to scale it further, and how to optimize that these stuff. And further to get on that, actually what I do is like I always get started with simple workflow. So get started somewhere rather than planning out 100 steps like that.
Yeah, definitely. That's what I would recommend as well. Get started with simple stuff. Start automating your simple tasks that consume a lot of time actually throughout the day. Like let's say you are collecting contact forms and adding them to Google Sheet. That's the usual use case most of the users follow. So it consumes even single task consumes 1 minute for you. Then considering 100 of tasks, it actually saves you 100 of minutes. Even if let's say it is for a week, 100 minutes a week is not small as per as per my sorry as per my thoughts.
Experience, yeah,
Yeah,
understood.
and what I would recommend to users for as for automation, it is depend on what you are currently using. So let's say you are using WordPress based CRM like Fluent CRM, or you are using another CRM which is not hosted on WordPress, or it is external tool. So try to connect that particular things through Flowmatic first. So you will see how it works, how it will save you time, and then you can go with the complex workflows.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh,
Okay. So in this one actually, because as you mentioned earlier, like regarding PHP, so I'm pretty much in love with PHP, but recently not using so much. I'm using pretty much JavaScript and Python most of the cases. And so PHP is supported on Flowmatic just because that is on WordPress, or is there any other reason?
it is the basic reason that PHP supported on WordPress is why we are going to the PHP module first. We actually have planning for the Python and JavaScript based modules as well, as it needs a custom server setup, as not every server has Python ready. for execution. And for JavaScript, as you know, the JavaScript is browser-based execution, so we need to set up a browser add-on for on a server first, so it can pass the JavaScript to the browser and then execute it and get the output and then return to the API. So that kind of stuff needs a server setup, and it is costly for us as well. So that's why we are not implementing it straight away, as we really have some or less MRR. So once we start getting many customers, we actually have planning for the custom server setup, and we will definitely do it. We are applying for other what we say startup programs for like Google Cloud and others. So we would get at least 1 or 2 years of credits, which we will use to utilize the same for Python and JavaScript based modules. So you can easily set up JavaScript or Python based on your in your workflows.
Yeah, exactly. So it's kind of a third-party API service where whenever somebody trigger a JavaScript code, it will go and execute in AWS server and it will bring back the output.
Yeah, that's
Maybe Node.js framework, right?
yeah, right.
Yeah, that should be the way anyway.
Yeah,
So
we are already a good startup in India, so we will be using that certificate to apply for the credits
DPIIT.
yeah, Google Cloud and other server providers, where we get at least 2 years of credits, so we can utilize that particular server for the very reason of running the Python server for the APIs.
Okay, exactly. So, regarding the marketing thing, so how are you approaching the marketing right now? Because recently we had the LTD campaign also even on Rocket Hub. So, how was that went, and what is your future plans immediately for marketing and even in the long run also?
For the marketing purpose, marketing, to be honest, I am spending zero on marketing currently in terms of time and cost as well. That's why we choose to go with Rocket Hub, as their marketing strategy was pretty much straightforward, and I was impressed with how they handled the deal. Even they were not sure about if we will be able to sell the highest plan, which is around $1,000. But yeah, we did. It is because the product has the value, and people know how to use it.
Exactly. Actually, I'm pretty much surprised myself when we heard that yeah, this is coming back on Rocket Hub. We should appreciate their marketing commitment. Actually, they have been working very hard as a team. Rocket Hub. They have bringing very solid tools, and FlowMattic was one of them. And a lot of us are very much surprised on that front. Actually.
Yeah, actually, it was non-negotiable deal for me, as they tried to reduce the pricing of trusting so many affiliates, but I was on my stand that I won't be doing the deal if there's a price drop. So finally, it was made possible, and it was one of the best deals out there.
Okay. So, how many integrations we have right now on FlowMattic officially?
We have currently live integrations around 260, and under development or those integrations that are not actually released due to some reasons, we have not done yet the testing.
Testing
Yeah, and we are not satisfied for on the testing part, that
output.
we have not released those integrations. We do extensive testing first before releasing any integrations, which is why we don't get so many support requests for integrations not working or some that kind of stuff.
Okay, so in this case, actually, I have a few sessions. So, do you have a beta program within FlowMattic? Because a lot of plugins, especially, release the beta versions to the public also as well. So, whoever is curious about the plugin, they can try it out and share the feedback. Do you have that program?
We don't have the beta program as of now, but we have some handful users who help us testing the beta versions when we are about to release. But we are soon planning for a beta testers group as well, so where users can show their interest for testing out the new features we are working on, and that
Exactly.
that will actually help us release those beta versions for individual features instead of the entire plugin getting wrapped for the beta release. So, like when we are done with the one single feature development, then we can just release it to that beta group and ask them to see how it works and share their feedback that will help us improve it further.
Exactly. So in that case, actually, I also suggest to collect the analytics from their dashboards, because a lot of plugins do that. Like be a super contributor by checking this box, so that you will connect anonymous analytics, like how many custom apps you are building, how many tasks you are exiting per month, how many workflows you have built, and like that. So you can collect anonymous data, and you can work on the like how many what are the frequent challenges you are facing, and how many retries, how many fails, how many what is a plugin, otherwise what is the integration which is making hard for others, and what is the easiest plugin, something those and all you should be collecting already. Maybe I'm not aware, I'm just throwing the light there. So yeah, I should be doing that soon, so that you will know, like the pulse. You should not wait until some customers say and come and say, I am facing this, so can you help me on that. So if you have some solid roadmap on that, you can plan accordingly, yeah, based upon analytics. So this is what we do, especially regarding open source and these plugins.
Yeah, that's already planned for the next. Actually, not the next, but the next after the current under development version. So it will be around January or mostly February update, which will include the checkbox for users to enable or disable the analytics that tracking for the plugins. So what we will be tracking mostly is, like you said, the number of workflows people are executing. That will be used for anonymously, but for on our site for marketing purpose.
Yeah,
Like,
great.
yeah,
So yeah, here the main part actually we have been waiting. So can you show us some use cases, other tips, and the stuff actually, and Flowmatic. So as you said, some simple roadblocks like HTTP, HTTPS,
yeah,
and like that.
that's kind
So
of
can you show us some demos screen?
yeah, definitely. That's kind of
Yeah, please.
troubleshoot things. Let me share the screen first,
Yes,
so
please.
I can.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, we
okay,
are in Inception.
yeah. Let's get started. The first thing we you need to check is in your settings whether it is HTTP or HTTPS. Mostly when you install a new WordPress through auto installer, this setting is mostly the HTTP, and that blocks the JavaScript files being loaded on the workflow editor. So you think that there's nothing loading or the module is not working, kind of stuff, but that's not the case. You just need to check if it is the setting is HTTPS or the HTTP only. You can see if it is the case in the status page. Here we have added a check for easy going, so you can see if it is a secure site URL being green, then it is not the HTTPS setting, but could be another one that sometimes the Chrome add-ons blocks some JavaScript on the page. So you just need to go ahead. Like, let me show you.
Okay, once again, once again. just my request also. So just get started with some basic things like go over, give us some overview about the dashboard. What is this menu? What is and all,
Okay, okay.
like that. Yeah,
But,
walk through kind of,
no problem.
and then we can yeah,
Let me get
we
back
can
to
take questions also. Yeah,
let me get back to the dashboard.
yeah.
The dashboard contains your stats, where you can see how many workflows you have created, how many apps you have connected. It is for the connect feature, the custom apps you have created, task executions. You can set the number of days for the retention period of task execution. Uh, this is most mm, use feature for FlowMattic as well. Like when you go through other SaaS tools or SaaS plugin, SaaS tools or the automation plugins, they do have 30 days maximum retention period, but you can customize it from the settings page. I will show you later. The active integrations, it is currently active integration. In the integration page, the installed integration is
Oh,
counted as active integrations. So what you see here is number of active integrations. The core plus other integrations that we show here. The workflow templates, it is the like template library. We are working on it, and it will be on another tab in the next update, where you will get the workflow templates. Workflow template allows you to get started with the pre-built workflows. You just need to fill out the details and publish the workflow, so it will start executing your automations right away. Like let's say you want to connect your contact from 7 Fluent CRM and add the add the data to Google Sheet. You can just use this template, name it, and click on the get started. It will import the template, and you will be redirected to that particular workflow right away. So you can just pick up the capture the submission details, and done. Next in the dashboard is recent workflows. Let's say you are working on a new workflow and it is not yet published or it is not yet done. You can easily access those drafts or recent workflows right from here. The next page is integrations, where all the integrations currently available for you to install. So I
Is there
would,
any way where I can filter? Otherwise, I can see the integrations I have connected,
yeah, connected. You mean connected to workflow?
used. Yeah, connected to means yeah, kind of that. Otherwise, see if I authenticated my Gmail, so I should be seeing that those things. See, you have because you have 300 plus integrations, but I only connected otherwise using 10 integrations. I want to see the 10 integrations. Is there any way?
No, not direct way to see if those are, let's say, which integrations we have currently used in the workflows. But
Yes.
that's kind of a good idea actually. I will add it to my notes for the next update if I am able to do it. I will definitely add another filter here or another kind of stuff, thinking over it
Yeah,
deeply.
kind of tagging. It should be very much helpful, especially regarding if I want to update that particular integration. Then rather than going and searching there, then I can just go there and filter it out. And
Yeah, definitely that will be that will be helpful. On the integrations page, as you see it, all the integrations are installed here for as it is my local host setup. But you won't see all the integration installed. You will see install button here, and you will only install those integrations that you are using. So you don't need to install all of these integrations if you are using just a few. You
okay.
can, yeah, once we release an update to any integration, you can just switch to updates tab. We also have added a notification here that you have to, or the number of integration updates available. You can go straight to the updates tab here. You can just click on the update. These are not update available to you. It is for testing purpose for me only, so don't check your dashboard right away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can just click on the update button here, and it will update the integration. It will update that particular integrations. This is the modular approach for Flowmatic, which help us to reduce the file size and keep the dashboard as clean as possible, or the as fast as possible by not loading all the integrations in the backend.
Okay, so here I have a question. See, if you are integrating a new application, otherwise releasing an integrate new integration, so how it appears? It comes in the Flowmatic dashboard as a
Uh,
new integration available. Otherwise, we have to update the Flowmatic plugin itself.
no, it will be available right here. You just need to click on this icon. Do you see it, or I
Yes,
need?
refresh icon.
I will uh, zoom the screen a bit so it will be pretty much visible. You can just click on this refresh icon, and it will update the number of integrations available here. If it is not available, updated, you can just click on the refresh icon a couple of times, as the data is stored in WordPress transient, which is not cleared on very first request sometimes due
Yeah,
to
more of caching. Yes.
yeah, other caching plugins and all. So you need to click on the update button to, let's say, for this time. So the new integration will be available right here. You can search for the integration as well, like let's say the topic called Cloud integration was released last 2 weeks back. So you can just see if it is available for you and click on the install button to install it and use in your workflow. Ano-
Okay.
Another thing filter available here is installed integrations. So you can just see if you see all your installed integrations, and let's say you don't want to use particular integration, you just click on the delete button. It will delete that particular integration, and if it is currently being used in any of the workflows, your workflow will be set as draft, so it won't get errors or some kind of things when it is executed by mistake.
Okay, but it should be good if it warns us, like you are using this already, whether you want to,
Yeah,
are you
yeah.
sure you want to delete? Otherwise, we should disable the delete actually if it is used in some workflow.
You click
Otherwise,
on the delete, it already wants you, are you sure? And it also says that once the selected app is deleted, your workflows using this integration will be paused till you manually inspect and publish them. So the notice is added already there. It won't be deleted right away if you click on the delete button.
no, no, no. I understand this actually. I agree on that. It is there already.
Yeah.
Good one. But still, what I'm mentioning is like you are using two workflows with this integration,
Mhm.
like that. That will
Okay.
be more specific.
Yeah, I can understand that, but it is currently not possible to fetch all the workflows for each integration. But I will see if I find another way
Yeah.
for or another workaround for that, so it will reduce the database fetching as well.
Yeah. Of course, I agree. Yeah, this is just more of a session. So yeah, you have to plan accordingly.
So the next tab is connects. Connects is a feature where you can connect any of the apps or the SaaS tools or any of the other applications that you are using, and you have access to the API. So it allows you to connect. Uh, we have two buttons here. For the first one is for the integrations currently available that have provided the authentication. We released this feature late, so it is not available for all the integrations currently, but we are rolling out through the update. So any integration updated it will be available here for the authentication. If you are connecting external app or SaaS tool, you can just click on the connect API and choose the authentication method provided by them. So it will be a basic authentication like username and password. It will be either API key or the bearer token, or you can even use the OAuth authentication as well. You just need to provide the callback file listed here in your application, and add the authentication auth URL and access token URL here. The client ID secret will be provided by your application itself. The scopes. Scopes is somehow some applications require request through the API to provide you for the scope, like read their data and contacts or something stuff like that. The state is where requested by some applications where it is kind of callback URL or kind of you can add this URL here state as well.
Yes, yeah, yeah. Some of them demand this scope, and scope is more of permissions, how it works, and what data it grabs through
When it is
API.
required to
And state is also yes.
yeah. The client authentication, it is the authentication method required by the client. Like if some of apps require it to be sent as
Header
header, and some app require it to
as
be
a parameter in the body.
parameter in the body. So you can choose it right from here, and it will work out your workflow.
Okay, yeah, good. Yeah, actually, yeah, this is pretty straightforward and simple also.
Yeah.
And so the custom apps is the another one you recently introduced, right? Like we can
Some apps
make our own custom apps.
Yeah, the custom apps is introduced right with the connect feature. You can create as much many custom apps as you need, and it is pretty much straightforward. Let me show you one of the custom apps I created. Actually, it is created by one of our users, Siddharth Pal. He
Yeah,
used, I just used he just exported it and shared with me for testing purpose. The app name here is what you see in your workflow. So it is a must one, and it is recommended to keep it short or what we say as
relevant and yeah,
as
identifiable.
as informative as possible. Description it is for internal use only, so it will be visible to you only. It is not used anywhere. But somehow if you use another API for that, let's say like lead connector or the go high level platform has two APIs, version
Yes,
one and version two.
version two. Yes,
So let's say you are using the same app name, but for version one and version two, you can just change the name here. Or let's say you want to use the same name, but the description you can mention that particular thing, that this is for the version one and this is for the version
yeah,
as choose default authentication. So authentications are pulled. It is actually pulled from the connects. You can set a default one here and also change this in the workflow itself. So let's say you want to use Dropbox. Yeah, let's say you want to use Dropbox Personal as your default authentication, but you are working on a workflow that requires you to use your company Dropbox account. Then you can just change the authentication in the that particular workflow. So this is
great.
pretty flexible.
Okay, so if you want to make a custom app, first we need to connect it in the connects, and then select it there in the
Yeah.
custom app.
Yes. Yes. Right.
So connects is like without even custom app, we can directly use connects in indications at workflows.
Yeah, you can use it, but you need to make sure that you set the no authentication as the default authentication, and you pass the authentication data in your actions, like in header or
Header, body, yes, parameters.
what is required according to the authentication. Let's say you have an API key and you want to go straight to the applications instead of using the connects. You can do that as well. No issues with that. Sorry, you can add the header and then add your API
Yes,
key here as well, or if it is required to provide it in the body, then you can set the authentication method like API key or kind of thing in the body as well.
okay, yeah, great.
Connect feature is actually mostly used when you are using the API module as well. Let's say you have built this particular app and you are not. you missed some other action, or it is not easy to implement to the custom app. You can use the API module and the custom JSON feature. It will go through the connects as well. You can use the connect for the authentication in the API module as well, and you can use that particular action right away in the API module itself instead of using.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is great actually. There is flexibility here.
Yeah,
So because sometimes it's a lot more easier to connect with API directly,
yeah,
but
yeah.
when we are building some custom app, it requires more of the other things, and yeah, sometimes we may not be successful.
Yes,
And
yes.
due to time constraint, we can go with the connects directly. Yeah, this is good actually.
Yeah, that's why we made it pretty much flexible, and I will show you when I will explore a workflow. The
Yes.
next is the workflows where all your workflows are listed. You can create a new workflow right from here or right from the dashboard as well. The next one is history, is the task history, where all your tasks executed are listed here. You can see particular task history here. It will show you if it is a pass or the failed one. Like in this particular task history, the last one was failed.
Okay.
It is failed actually due to the contact already exists or kind of thing, so it will show you which action step is failed, so you can just take that particular. Let consider you have 20 action steps in the workflow. It will be too much complex to see which action step is failed through checking. So we added that this small update last in the last update, so it will help you to check which action is failed. We
Yes.
have added the request payload and request response data alongside, so you can see what data is sent to the API and in what format.
Yeah, that is good actually. Yeah. So
The,
here when we come this particular especially workflow failure, so what are the tips, otherwise steps we have to take when something goes wrong in the Flowmatic workflows?
this one is a failed workflow due to some other reasons. You can easily re-execute this particular failed workflow with the same data sent as trigger. It will be populated in this format in
Yeah, and also we can change the data, right?
yeah,
Just
let's
before every execution.
let's say
Yes.
the workflow is failed due to is active is true. You can set it as false and then re-execute the workflow, so it will be executed correctly in the next flow next execution.
Exactly. Okay.
For the as for the workflow failure thing, if it is completely failed, you get the notification, or if or even a task is failed, you get notification as well. In case you don't want to get the notifications, you can turn it off right from the settings. If you want to get notification, just keep this on and enter the notification email you want to receive the notifications for failed tasks. Instead of using the admin email, you can use another email as well, so that will be user to send the notifications. If a particular task is failed, you get the notification with the task failure reason and the workflow URL.
Okay. So here I have a question. See, usually if we use a default PHP mail, otherwise WP mail functionality within WordPress, so
Mhm.
send out emails or notifications like that, there is a chance that there will be failure, like we don't receive that particular emails.
Yes.
So usually we go the SMTP route to avoid this case, like we will connect some external SMTP, otherwise our business mail SMTP. Is there any option that otherwise we could use something like SMTP plugin to connect with Flowmatic notifications?
Right now, it uses the WP default for notifications. So we use the WP mail function for notification purpose only. For other things, you get sending out emails through your SMTP. We have the email module in the SMTP module, which you can use for sending out the emails through. FlowMattic. But for the notification purpose, we are currently rely on the WPML function, so it will be your default setting only.
Okay, okay, got it. So if SMTP is installed already, is there any chance we can use that directly in Flowmatic? Otherwise, it will pick up the SMTP directly.
It will pick up the SMTP directly as we
Great.
use email function. It is tied with the SMTP
Yes.
itself.
Okay. Yeah, that should be the case actually,
Yeah.
because that's how it works in the entire WordPress setup. So if SMPT TP is connected, automatically it will be used by every other plugin or theme.
Yes, yes.
Great.
That's why we rely on the default function first. We for the email module we have three options with either a WP default or the let me show you for the email. For the email, we use WP default. Chromatic default, we have inbuilt SMTP function library, which we use when you hit the Chromatic default. And the custom SMTP is there. You can define the SMTP right in the settings here. So
Got it.
yeah, let's say you want to use another one which is not the default SMTP setup on your WordPress. You can yeah, for the email sending to your workflow.
Yeah, but anyway, because here we have that flexibility also.
Yeah,
Because in the website I can have one SMTP,
right.
but when I'm doing some particular workflow, I don't want to use that default SMTP. I would like to use some other email, otherwise some other SMTP. In that case, yeah, this is very much flexible anyway.
Yep, that's the reason behind using that particular things. Okay,
Great.
so the next thing in the settings is task clean interval. It is set as per your requirement. Not all the not all the automation tools or the plugins provide this feature, but Formatic do. If you want to keep your task history for like 100 days, you can just enter the number here. It will clear all the records before 100 days only. Let's say you are executing millions of tasks and you want to clean the workflow every day, as you don't need to look in the history for the task. You can just enter the clean interval one, and it will clear all the task history for one day before.
Yeah, every day. It's kind of everyday task. So every day it will clean up the data.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
The next thing is allow integration page access. It is for the workflow manager role. Let's say you are giving access to your workflow to someone and you don't want them to access the integration page, you can disable it from here. Same thing, if you don't want to you want them to delete any integration, you can just turn it off here. Turn it on here, and they won't be able to delete any integrations.
Okay. So this will work with in sync with WP users,
Yeah, WP.
WordPress users.
Yeah. You just need to make sure the Flowmatic workflow manager user role is added for the
Added.
users.
I think it should be added by Flowmatic automatically, right? It is added.
You need to add it when you create a user for that for someone.
Okay, okay. You need to assign that user role. Understand, understand. It will create in the backend, but we need to assign it manually for that particular user.
User role is already created. You just need to assign it to the user.
Yeah, got it. Yes. Okay.
And the next thing is disable core integrations. Let's say you don't want to use all of the core integrations we have. You just need to keep webhooks and let's say CSV parser. You can disable all the other integrations by just clicking on this button, switching this switch against any integration that you don't want to disable. This is for disabling the integrations, not eliminating all the core integrations are enabled all by default.
Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. The next
So this is to reduce the load or like kind of improve the performance, or is there any impact?
No, it doesn't take any impact, but when you are editing the workflow, you just get a less cluttered app drop down.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So like instead of going through the big list, you will make it shorter.
Yep.
Okay. So
The next page is status page where we have put some things for the
checks.
checks as we got frequent requests for those. So the permalink structure, you just need to make sure the permalink structure is set as uh, not default one. The recommended one is post name, but if you have used already a different one, which is like
Blog slash post name, something like that, custom one
that will work as well. But you just need to make sure it is not the plain one,
using X.
or the day and name, as it won't execute the rewrite rules for WordPress if you keep it as the default one.
First two, yeah, plain and day name. Okay, got it.
But you just need to make sure it is set other than the plain one. The next
Got it. Got it.
is secure site URL. It is it checks if your WordPress site is set up on a secure URL structure, that is HTTPS, not the HTTP plain. So that will load all your assets securely, and you won't get any console errors, or your modules will be loaded correctly when this particular setting is green. The PHP version, it checks for the default minimum requirement for FlowMattic to work. FlowMattic requires minimum 7.2 version of PHP. The PHP memory limit, it is checked again as per the default one, and the timeout is also set. Timeout, you need to set it either 0 or 300 based on your usage. If you are going to use a lengthy workflows, it is recommended to set it as 0 so it won't get timeout on a specific time is given.
It will be waiting infinitely.
Yeah, that's the case. So if you have a lengthy workflow, it will be executed without any issues.
Okay, so here when we are here in PHP, those limits and all checks. So what is the recommended PHP memory limit for like
It
standard
depends.
recommendations for Flowmatic? Like what should be the disk space, what should be the memory, and what should be the basic WordPress version, like that. And actually here especially in WordPress we have a lot of freedom and a lot of conflicts as well,
Mm.
especially with plugin versions.
Yeah.
So how you handle them, and what do you suggest?
We actually don't load any of our assets on other pages. So I would recommend all other plugin developers do the same, but that is not possible. So we try to reduce that particular thing from our end. But for the PHP version and WP version, we recommend users to go at least five minimum version 5.2 for the WordPress, and
WordPress.
7.2 for the PHP version. For the
Okay.
memory limit, it is actually depend on your usage. So, but I would recommend to set it at least 256 MB, so it won't conflict with your current WordPress executions. Like if you have some traffic, it won't conflict with.
Affected, yes.
The timeout is, as I said, setting it to 0 or at least 300 will be enough. But if it is in a red, so just don't worry, it is still good. We just set it as we encountered a few users executing a lengthy task like 70 or 80 workflow steps, which is why their timeout limit was reaching, and we while troubleshooting we found that it is the PHP timeout setting.
Great. Yeah, that's what I wanted to hear. So if you are facing some challenges at different stages, like while setting up, while running, otherwise getting started, while running the workflows,
Mhm.
so what are the ways to troubleshoot them? So it can be as basic as this, but we are thinking, yeah, something big, and why it is not working for me only, those things and all. So is there any troubleshoot guide?
The troubleshoot guide will be able to help you throughout these particular cases and all those stuff that we are getting through the support request as well.
Okay, great. And also, I suggest as you placed this particular FlowMattic status page already, so if you can add more checks and more things which are very much required, then it will be very much helpful for us. And also, like you can even mark them as optional and
Mhm.
recommended and required, so you will understand the severity of that particular thing,
Yeah,
because
that
in WordPress it is kind of ocean. So yeah, a lot of people use a lot of plugins and we don't even know. And with the help of chat gpt and stuff, maybe a lot of people are creating their own plugins as well, because I have been doing that for myself, like creating rss feed plugins, otherwise creating some simple plugins to eliminate other dependency and third party plugins and all. So like that, so there is a lot of chance for these errors, because a lot of possibilities are there, flexibility is there, because we cannot find this particular freedom, otherwise possibilities in any SaaS,
Mhm.
because that is more restricted for obvious reasons, like security, performance, those and all. But in WordPress we have got the freedom, and sometimes we will like take it as what's a overwhelming thing. We cannot even find like what is the issue. A lot of issues will be like silly only, most probably, because there is no something. So if you can put up a guide with the checklist, those and all, troubleshoot. And also if you just click button like troubleshoot if something goes wrong, so it should be checking that dynamically at the time, like yeah, what is right, what is wrong. So you have to look there. And if it is out of this all these things, and if it is not able to identify them automatically, then they should approach you, so that you will also save your own time. So this is my request maybe.
Yeah, that's really a great one. I will make sure it is implemented as soon as possible. I will make a note after this live. And yeah, status page needs a revamp definitely, as it is not the complete one, but it is made up by the support request we received. So yeah, it will be definitely worth checking it and implement the suggestions you just mentioned.
Yeah, that is great, thank you so much. So I had few more questions. A lot of our audience also been waiting with questions,
Okay.
so let's take them first, then we can okay. So yeah, Neeru Valia is asking, how is your plan, like features auto comment as other platform like Pably? I think more of is more of questions regarding like YouTube comments, Facebook comments, Google Maps reviews, replies, those and all.
Yeah, that particular integration or the action step requires a custom app to be approved by the particular services, which we are already in touch with them, and as soon as we are approved for the scope, it will be implemented sooner.
Okay, great. Yeah, this is from Muhammad Nijamuddin. He's saying, yeah, custom app and PHP function are the best thing ever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he,
especially when you know how to use it.
yep, he's using it mostly. So yeah, many people love actually the PHP function and custom app functionality.
Yeah, and I have actually in this one actually I have this query, very much curious. See, if I have as an agency, if I am building some custom apps, and if I would like to share them to my clients, maybe it can be free, it can be paid. So otherwise, if I want to make them public, so what is the way?
For making it public, it is not currently possible. But let's say you are building a custom app and you want to sell it to a client or charge them for that. You can just build the custom app on your own site, then show them the demo of how it works, and then charge them and just export that particular custom app. Let
JSON file. Okay,
Yeah, there's an export app action right there, as you can see. If you Yeah, as you can see, there's a export app functionality already inbuilt. You can use that and import the exported JSON file of the app in your client dashboard, and keep and get their workflow set up.
got it, got it. Yeah, yeah, I thought so. Same, but yeah, show if you show that way, that will be very much. So I asked this question.
Yep.
So and can we see some use cases?
Yeah, there
Uh,
are many use cases. So, but let me show some PHP function tricks that you can use for better automations. I got support request yesterday for the same, and I will show it to you. Right. Oh wait, let's. Okay. So let's say you want to get the date and time for next Saturday 8 p.m. and you don't have you are not sure what date or the time is currently, so you can just use the current date in the date field of the date formatter. Enter
Variable.
enter the expression as next Saturday 8 p.m. Make sure the next is not capital here due to the PHP requirement only. The day name should be in camel case, and the time is not required if you don't need one, but if you need one, you can enter the time as well. You can set the response to format. If you are requiring the format in any of these, you can just choose one. From format, it can be anything, it doesn't matter here. If you are just looking for getting the next Saturday 8 p.m. time, date and time, you can get the next Saturday time here in the output. Let's say, yeah, it is next Saturday 8 p.m. So you can see the next Saturday is on 11 November. Let me check.
Yeah, tomorrow is Saturday. So
Yeah, it is the 11th November, so it is a Saturday. Let me check if I enter the date as 12 November, if we get the 12 November 23. Let's see if it gets the exact date and time for the next Saturday after the 12th. Yeah, it is the 18th of November. So this kind of stuff helps you through your automations. You don't need to use any PHP function or in another custom solution for that. You can use what is here available in the FlowMattic, but you just need to make sure the expression is correct here. For this particular action, I use the add or subtract time action event for the date time formatter. The another thing we use mostly is PHP function. Let me show some examples from here. Let me check which PHP function I use here for the purpose. Okay, the date function. Let's say you want to get a date in a particular format which is not available in text formatter, or you want to convert the date from. Let's say you received the timestamp in your webhook, and you want to convert that particular date to the format. You can just use the date function here, and in a second parameter you need to provide the timestamp. The value will be here. The value here will be the timestamp you received in your webhook, and you will get response after converting that timestamp to the time format you set here. This is another use case we get usually, as users get the timestamp through their webhooks and other applications, and they want to use that timestamp to set the date time in their Google Sheets and the CRMs as well. Let-
Yeah, yeah, and this is great actually.
Yeah, the
That's
math module is there as well if you want to convert the timestamp to let's say the required date and time. You can just use this equation. Just need to make sure that you don't enter any double quotes here, as it will close the previous quotation in PHP function. Then here is not. Let me sorry. Let me check another workflow. Actually, I use PHP functions here.
okay.
This one.
So, okay, okay, okay. So it also shows the count also. How many steps are there in the
Yes.
workflow?
Yes.
Actually, yeah, pretty much like the UI also. It is more intuitive.
Let's see the real use case of what I explained of PHP functions. What I got this code from ChatGPT itself. I built it for myself, but let's say you got a scraping website code from ChatGPT and you want to use this in your workflow. You can just use the function name here, pass the parameters as required. Like I provided this URL, and what it returns is the response, title, meta title, content, and
Oh,
all the other uh, things that your function returns. So you can use these particular things for using custom PHP functions and getting your workflows done without waiting for another tool to be released and such kind of. Okay, let me show another example of PHP function. PHP function. Here is one. Let's check. Array merge. Yeah. What use? Let me see if it works. Yeah. So one of our user asked if there is any possibility to merge two arrays. So I added this. Tried using this function right within the workflow and found that it is already possible to merge two arrays into one. So as you can see, Webhook has received two tags and tags two, and they do have different arrays. And you want to merge these two arrays into one, you can just use the core PHP function which is already available in the PHP array merge, and it requires you to provide two arrays. So I provided array one and array two. Set the value, set the JSON value decode to array, so it will be passed as array to the PHP function, sorry, the workflow, and it will merge those two arrays into one. It can be two arrays, or it can be three, or a number of arrays you want to merge. You can just provide the number of number of arrays you want to merge, and it will return in the response as the merged array. So this kind of stuff is pretty much helpful when you are doing your automations through FlowMattic, the PHP function.
exactly. Yeah. You're, I think, ravaging PHP.
Yeah, it is actually pretty much used by many users, many Flowmatic users.
Yes,
Not
I
this.
can visualize. Yeah, because this has like unlimited possibilities. So whatever you can do, especially with the help of ChatGPT and all, so you can try pretty much anything on that.
Yep, definitely.
And anyway, because that doesn't require any extra setup to run a PHP function on WordPress, so it should be pretty much straightforward and easy.
Yeah, that's why many users love the PHP function module.
Yeah. So we have another question like any plan to add LinkedIn to pull data
Uh, yeah, we do have plans, but LinkedIn app up, getting the
approvals,
LinkedIn app approved is really
time
tough.
consuming. Yes.
Actually, it is the toughest thing, not the time consuming, but it is the toughest thing as they have very tight requirements for the apps to be approved.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, more like Microsoft, LinkedIn, Google, Facebook. Those are all
Yeah,
take a
Google
lot of time and also a lot of
what
approval,
easily
like written things, legal stuff. Those and all
can LinkedIn is really kind of headache to the developers.
developers. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard. Okay. So yeah, I have this question. So regarding AI, so how are you going to leverage the AI flow in Flowmatic? Like if I would like to write uh, some blog post automatically, because there are a lot of plugins coming up with these automations inside, especially writing the content and all. But as you're already inside WordPress and doing a lot of automations, so is there any plan to leverage on that something extra better than the other things?
We do have integrations with the cloud API directly, then the router and Open API, oh, sorry, OpenAI as well. But you can utilize that and write your own prompt.
Prompts.
Yeah. What other plugins do? They just ask you to the title or the kind of blog post you want to write, and use that particular in their own prompts. Like they just send that particular prompt to the AI API. So write a blog post around this and kind of stuff. So you can just use your own prompts in your workflows and get the content required for your blog post or any other stuff.
Yeah.
We don't
Okay.
have any plans for direct integrations with other parts of WordPress, like uh, creating particular title or kind of stuff. But yeah, we can you can easily get the titles and other stuff through the workflows automated
Yeah. Okay.
integration with
Got it.
SMS service. Here we have coming
SMS service.
Twilio and one other open phone. I guess it will be, yeah, it is. The SMS service will be the Twilio one, and another one open phone will be integrated
Okay. And another question is like any
directly.
ETA to link Facebook, LinkedIn, WhatsApp.
We do have WhatsApp Business API set integration available. For the Facebook, as I said, it will be done mostly before the end of this year, as we are fighting with them for the app approval. And yeah, it will be done soon. We actually, I was testing the uh, messenger auto reply yesterday, and it was to be honest, it was straightforward.
Okay.
We just I can just share a tutorial with the community so they can directly connect with their messenger through the API itself and get it done.
Okay. So yeah, these some question like GPL plugins. I don't know what it is exactly.
No.
Usually, I know that those GPL used to be like a brand. A lot of people misuse that and make it as a pirated plugin club, GPL club, something like that. I don't know whether it is related to that or not.
FlowMattic?
Usually all the GPL means kind of open source plugins and no public license plugins.
No,
So
no. FlowMattic won't be a GPL. I mean, the free to distribute plugin. It is actually a trademark we are registering, so it will help us to fight with all the other spamming sites. We have already taken down many sites that provide Flowmatic as free or at a fraction of cost, but it is not allowed to sell out or list out Flowmatic as a free or available to download. If it is the question, if it is not, then would you mind, Niru Walia, to explain your use case? You can just DM me as well if you have questions.
yeah, custom apps are awesome. Yeah,
Yeah, it is. Actually, custom. We are actually working on custom apps rebuild. It will be even more powerful once it is done.
great. I'm looking forward to that actually.
Yeah.
And this is powerful. Yes. And can you explain the difference between iterator functions?
Yeah, it definitely. Let me show it right away. Okay, let me create the iterator here itself. Iterator. There's only one action available. Look through the array, and you need to pick the arrays from your previous actions. Let me pick this one, the friends. Now the most many users ask us, it is not executing the rest of the functions. The rest of the array for the testing purpose, or while you are in the editor only, it only picks the first item for your display purpose and mapping purpose only. So when you use the save and test action, it will pick the first item only and display it along with the keys available for mapping. So if you are looking to get this data, like the first one, second one, and the third one in your Google Sheet or another kind of stuff, you can just assure that it will be executed and looped through all the array items once it is live and executed. For the testing purpose only, the first item is displayed. The next iterator function is the iterator end and iterator storage. Iterator end is the null step, I will call it, as it will required when you want to stop iterator at a after the particular step and add another action after the iterator is done. So let's say you want to notify your team on Slack after the data is imported in Google Sheet or kind of stuff you received through the CSV parser or the webhook. You can just do this, receive the webhook data, loop through the iterator, add your action here. Let's say you add the data to Google Sheets and end the iterator here. Then add another action step for the Slack and send notification to your team. Send channel message. Okay. So how it will work? It will look through the data in your webhook request, then add each data to your Google Sheet. It will then stop the iterator once all the data is added, and you will be able to send one message after the data is imported. So this will allow you to use multiple iterators as well, and like
Exactly. Actually, this is more of a kind of flexibility in the programming where we can start and end the iterator whenever we need,
yes,
rather than to keep it as the last step.
yep, that's why we use the iterator end here. In other platforms, the iterator end is not available. So when you use the iterator, it will iterate through all the following action steps.
Exactly.
Yeah. So it is pretty much powerful feature. It is a null action step. It doesn't require you to configure anything, but it is pretty much powerful. The another iterator module is iterator storage. So let's say you want to get the first name of each, the name of each friend that is added to Google Sheet, and notify it to your team like these friends are added to Google Sheet. You can just use the iterator storage, store it as iterator string, and let's say add it as uh, iterator name, and add an enter here. Okay, so it will add every friend or name to the new line, and then you can just use this message. Let me show you how it works. Okay, you can just then use this iterator storage message data to your message text, and you can notify your team like, hey, we have imported these 10 users or 3 users in Google Sheet, so they can check uh, their stuff.
Yeah, actually, I have got another use case straight away. That if you want to link the data between the previous iteration and this iteration,
Mhm.
this will be very much helpful. I think so.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. That will pretty much helpful if you want to get particular data from one array and then map it with another array item. It will be pretty much helpful. You have
Yeah, yeah.
another option for storing the data as an array as well. So let's say you want to uh, map it as, sorry, friend name instead of the name. You can just pick the data and see how it shows. And document transaction. Iterator storage. Looks like something. Some under development things are missing here. Okay, so it will give you the data in an array format, so you can use it with the another iterator.
Got it. Got it. Yes. Yeah, this is actually very much powerful. Especially one thing I surprised, like iterator end and end action, and also now the this one storing that particular thing onto the Google Sheet. Because in some workflows, when I was working with clients, I was facing this issue. Like if I want to connect two array items uh, sequentially, then actually I have to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah,
Like
actually.
I
Mm,
used to by default I use Google Sheets. So it's like in a cell I will update a name, name one, and one cell it is like name two, and then when I am going insert the another record, name two will be in name one, and then name three will be in something like that. So and then I have to retrieve them again. So it's like more of consuming task also, and also headache. But if I
yeah,
can do that in within this one, it will actually it is too good.
that's also the limitation of other SaaS automation tools as well.
Exactly, exactly.
So we have next question.
Yeah, by variables and all, but the yeah, this is very much sophisticated actually. Okay, and different address function. Any plan with Razor Pay X integration?
Mm, we have not received any request for the Reserve Pay X till now, but if they have APIs and we get request, then it will surely be integrated.
Yeah, I have API. Recently, I have checked for a client
Mhm.
that is possible. So yeah, if you have a lot of demand, then you can work on that as well.
Yeah,
And
if
yes,
if you see any app or any SaaS tool or anything that is that has an API available and it is not integrated, please go ahead and add to the feedback.flowmattic.com.
sure.
Can you share the link here?
Yeah, yeah.
Let me send it. you. It is just the feedback.flowmatic.com. You can add the integration name here, and in the description add the API URL, so the team will check and implement the same. We don't have all the integrations integration API documentation available, so it will take some time for the team to get through the get their documentation and check. So if it is available right in the feedbacks portal, it will be easier for getting through the work.
Track, yes, easy to track.
Sometimes
And
there
also,
you kindly share your roadmap also. Yeah, the roadmap is the feedback site I just shared.
okay,
Sometimes the APIs are available on multiple domains or multiple versions, but users know which version is currently being used, so it is easier for us to get the exact version of the API.
okay. Yeah, that is good actually. It should be time saving, time consuming also.
Yes, yes.
And yeah, we have this. So I think we have done with knowledge sharing and maybe questions also. Let me see the amount of thoughts. Okay, yeah. Actually, I think he looks like your FlowMattic fan.
Yeah,
uh,
he just started using FlowMattic and have some recommendation for us as well. And yeah, we will do our best when the time comes.
yeah, the amount of thoughts gone into these modules, functions are used, flexibility blown away. Yeah, and this thanks a lot. It's really powerful.
Yep.
So I have a few questions. So if you
Go
kind
ahead.
of rapid fire,
Go ahead.
uh,
So I have.
anyway, thanking you so much because you have spent a lot of time educating us how to use that and all. I think we'll discuss and meet again the same way. So yeah, just before finishing it up, because we already clocked around 1 hour 46 minutes. So let's have some few quick questions I have kind of prepared.
Yes,
So
sure.
uh, so what is the hardest thing coming to Flowmatic? As it's kind of, you told you are working on some things not yet revealed.
Variables. The variables is the current under development thing that will come in the next update, which will help you set up default values for particular things and use in your workflows.
Okay, great. So variables it is. So as of now, how many WP installations? Because that's how we count Flowmatic. We cannot count by tasks and all because it comes with unlimited.
Mhm.
So how many WP installations so far?
When I checked in last week, it was around 2100 WordPress installations or the active WordPress installations of Automatic.
So and actually, yes, I think Flowmatic don't have the free plugin, so all are premium.
Yeah, all are premium.
Exactly. Okay. So is there any plan for free plugin?
No, 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 we don't have any plan.
Kind of with limited features, otherwise kind of stuff, so that you can attract uh, repository
Yeah, we
WP users.
were asked by many users actually for the free version, but we don't have any free plugin right now, or we don't have any plan. But if you want to try out Flowmatic, we can try out the full version on. Let me share the link with you. Flowmatic.com.
Yes, please share.
Try now. Okay, looks like I can share here.
Yeah, you can share in the chat. Otherwise, yeah, with me also, I will
Yeah,
pull it up.
just when you visit a Flowmatic site, you can just click on the try for free, and it will land you to the page where you can
Okay,
create.
okay, got it.
The test site is live for around 7 days, so you can test in full. You don't need to make a purchase right away if you are not sure if it works for you or not. You can just spin up a test site, do your test. You have full flexibility there. Just two modules won't work there: the email parser and the PHP functions due to security reasons.
Okay, so my suggestion and question is like in the especially open source and WordPress world, a lot of people go with the free plan so that we free plugin in the repository so that you will attract a lot of users, and then we will like promote the upsell like a premium plugin. So why are you not doing that? Is there any specific reason? Because we can see some automation tool plugins also already in the repository.
The very big reason is the support. We
Okay.
Yeah, we had a few free plugins on the repository before, and it was actually kind of users just need to get support but not willing to make any purchase, or like it is kind of just giving away. But
Yeah, yeah, got it. Okay.
yeah, due to
Yeah,
the
that is one legitimate reason I can reckon with because
yeah,
even
the
uh,
team being small currently, it is not possible to maintain two different versions of Flowmatic, and again the support requests. So if I am all for the customer support, but if it is not delivered on time, I am failure. I think I am a failure at that. So if I am releasing a free version and I am not giving enough attention to the support request there, it will be not a good option for me.
okay, okay, yeah, got it. Understand that. Okay. So, yeah, these next question regarding funding. Otherwise, what is the roadmap regarding the business actually?
We don't have any funding yet. We
Are you
are
going after?
we are completely bootstrapped till now. Uh, Currently not looking for any funding right now, but yeah, we will see how it goes if we get any offers from the ventures or kind of stuff.
Sure, sure. Okay. So, this question I have. So, is there any sale campaign for Diwali or Black Friday?
Yeah, we are planning Black Friday sale, and for the Diwali, we are releasing a discount coupon for the next 4 days, like we did for the Chandrayaan 3 mission, successful mission. Sorry. It will be live for like 4 or 5 days while the Diwali is there, so you can make a purchase on with a discounted price on Flomatic.
Sure, sure. Yeah, please share with me so that I will share with the
Yeah,
community
yeah,
as well.
definitely. I will be creating a coupon right away after the live, as we already discussed with team and we are ready to go.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So, any you have any thing to share with us? Anything else? I think I'm done.
Yeah, definitely. If you are using any other SaaS automation tool, or let's say you have already bought a bunch of lifetime deals of another SaaS tools, please be noted that these are uh, limited with the number of tasks. So you can still continue using them, but do use Chromatic to reduce the number of tasks and get as much as possible, as much workflows as you can do, as much workflows as you want. You can do it Chromatic. You can use your current lifetime deal purchases of other SaaS tools to use utilize those particular applications that are not yet integrated, or you are not sure how to integrate with custom apps. So it will be a win-win situation for you. Many of our users actually around 10 to 12 users have currently set up custom instances of uh, WordPress for just using Flowmatic, and they are hitting like 3 to 4 million tasks a month. So that's completely a huge one. And if you consider those particular number of tasks in your current lifetime deal purchases of other SaaS tools of automation, it can just see the difference. So do use Flowmatic. If you are not sure how it works or it will work for you, do test it before making a purchase. We have a full version available for test in our test site for 7 days. so you can test all the functions even if you are not sure how it works.
Great. Yeah.
I just want to work email parser and the PHP functions that to actually due to some security reasons only, not for any other reasons.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Okay. So yeah, I think this is it from my side.
Yeah, thank you for your time and for the opportunity to present FlowMattic.
Yeah, actually, it's my pleasure because I'm also very much interested in, especially uh, automation. I've been doing a lot of automations lately, and yeah, I'm also buyer of multiple LTD tools and multiple types actually. We have been doing the RPA also, like I'm using RoboMotion RPA also, like some other stuff where API is not available, and
Yeah,
Babel cannot make, and yeah,
many of our users actually using the web scraping tool Hexomatic.
yeah. That is also one other tool actually. Yes.
Along with
And
Chrome.
actually, I
So
today you show me some different use case, that is scraping websites with the PHP script by the URL. I think that I'm
it is
going to try
available
soon.
with Chromatic as well. We extended it a bit and made it possible for getting some data, initial data. So mostly it is useful for SEO purpose and kind of stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. Yes. So that's what I mean, because in yeah, affiliate workflows actually,
Yes.
usually I do pull up links, and then I will pull up all the metadata, like image, title, description, those and all, so that I can pass it on to creating affiliate short link, especially in Switchy.
Yes.
So yeah, this should be very much useful.
Yes, Switch integration will be coming soon as well.
Yeah, actually, I have seen. So you are coming up with the trigger also, Switchy trigger.
Yeah, there's one for form submission, I guess.
Okay. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay then. See you. So this is it from my side. Thank you so much for your time. We almost clocked 2 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So thanks for your knowledge, and so my request is, let's plan this maybe bi-weekly at least, or once in a month, if not feasible bi-weekly. So let's have some conversations on automation tips, tutorials,
yeah.
and Flowmatic as well.
All for it once we are back from the Diwali. As I already said that the family incident made it worse and delayed the stuff by 2 weeks for me. The team was already working, but the stuff was there in the development only. Yeah, it will be released very soon. The next update will make it more stable, make Flowmatic more stable, and the new features we are going to introduce in Flowmatic will make your workflows even more powerful.
Yeah, that's great. That's great to know. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that those learning sessions and all. So I think yeah, I have learned a lot today, especially regarding Flowmatic and other things. And personally, me and a lot of audience, a lot of customers also feel that, especially fans, you can say, uh, Flowmatic is very powerful and flexible, and very dynamic in nature, and especially the main point is like unlimited automations.
Yes,
The
it is.
very lacking point is knowledge base, and what's it? Yeah, knowledge base and tutorials. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that I feel that every day, and yeah, I feel sorry about not being able to launch those or not being focused on that particular area of Flowmatic. But yeah, we will soon deliver that promise. No issues.
sure. Yeah, I've been hearing that. Yeah, looking forward to that. Okay, anyway, so let's connect offline once the live is also over. We'll see.
Yeah,
Thank you so much again. So take care, be brave. So yeah,
yeah.
life goes on.
Community will.
Automation moves on.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Take care. Good night.
Good night.
Yeah,
Bye.
bye. So yeah, guys, this is it for today. I think I personally I learned a lot of stuff regarding Flowmatic and automations, and also PHP like in the automations. Uh, and use cases, and how well the Flowmatic built, like how many thoughts poured into, how much groundwork they did for this product. Actually, it is pretty much overwhelming, and as you see, the founder is very much straightforward and very much helpful. So I think we are looking forward to uh, do more lives, especially regarding automations. So let's see. And if you have any suggestions, questions, feel free to come up in our community, otherwise in Flowmatic community as well. And also, if you are more curious about automation, uh, like not just about Flowmatic or any other tool, even like using multiple tools together, and if you have some use cases, and if you have some work to uh, like assigned to us. So yeah, we do consulting, we do uh, provide automation services by using multiple tools as well. Okay, so feel free to contact us, and you can visit our website, group, community, and you can personally message me anytime. Yeah, this is it. So thank you so much for joining us today. I hope I have provided some value, and this is what the time, worth your time. Okay, see you soon. Take care. Good night. Thank you so much. Next time, yeah, we will try to bring up another founder, otherwise other automation expert to share knowledge with us. Yeah, thank you so much.